get started. The Captain Coder at the helm.
My back hurts.
Is ready.
I'm working out too hard.
Daily we'll learn
I've got the soreness.
He loves the question.
Proton's with us. We've got Witty, Siler Atomic, the whole crew's here. Two Nerdy Nerds is here, folks. Siler Atomic, Kovalaki. Great to see ya. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful Tuesday, folks. If you guys don't know Siler Atomic, gotta give Siler Atomic some love. Siler, how the heck have you been? How's your game coming along? Working? Siler Atomic's a real game dev, making a real game. I guess I'm making real games. I make little tiny itty bitty games. Folks, Siler Atomic's out there doing the Unreal Engine, doing the unthinkable in Unreal, making a tower defense game. Am I correct, Siler Atomic's a tower defense game? Or do I have you confused with someone else? Game is a game, is a game, is a game. No matter how lame, it's still a game. Game is a game, no matter how lame. You gotta come with a Dr. Seuss rhyme. It's like, what's Dr. Seuss's thing? A person's a person, no matter how small. A game is a game, no matter how lame. No matter the length, it's still a game, they say. Good morning, everybody. Captain Coder here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Oh, Izzy, thank you so much for that link. I appreciate it so much. I've really been trying to figure out how to get more people to come into my stream, Izzy Stickman. So I really appreciate you sending that link along here so that we can click on it and that we can fix. Oh no, it's a scam! It's got me. I thought I was gonna get all the viewers. I'm trying to click the delete. It's so fun little thing. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but it is positioned in such a way that as people keep chatting, like clicking the little trash can, there was a trash can icon here. It's almost like they made it perfectly so that when someone else chats, it moves up so that you click on the link. It's like a trap. They almost had me. It's so wonderful to have the whole crew here. Proton, how you been, friend? Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Graham, congratulations on your #1. It's so wonderful to see you today. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Michael, welcome back to the stream. Oryx, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Tani, your game's coming along. It's looking beautiful. Proton, tired of seeing this. Proton helping me cover up my bald patches. Proton, I gotta thank you. I've gotta thank that Proton for hiding me. We're gonna thank that Proton for hiding my bald spots. I know I'm not bald, but I see my receding hairline. You're helping me be beautiful. Cause I'm beautiful, it's true. Solomon, it's so wonderful to see you, my friend. I hope you have a beautiful day. Hunted Storm, welcome back. I hope your game's coming along well, Hunted Storm. It was looking great. The little screenshots you sent have been awesome. Twitch has banned that account already. Oh, well, now we know. Now we know. Gone forever. Gone forever into the void. Two Nerdy Nerds, how have you been today? Thank you so much for checking out my game. Give me that little bit of feedback. I don't know how to make the controls feel correct in the game. And I'm not bald yet. Yeah, probably bald in the back. You're beautiful with or without hats, Cap. I need a cap. Cap. I'm Captain Cap. Cap. There's a pun in there somewhere. Lance, welcome back. Congratulations on #15. Well, we're gonna fix that. Maybe we can fix that before we move forward. Fodai, your game's looking awesome. Nerdy, yeah, we got our Nerdy Nerd mug. Thank you so much for the hat, Lance. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Here we go. I should just have a hat rack. I need to get a hat, like a coat hanger, and just cover it with hats so I can just pull hats off and have it be spinning. Yeah, that's right. We got the Nerdy Nerd cup. There we go. You know why this cup is so awesome? Is the coffee just tastes so sweet coming out of it. Patrick with another hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Oh yeah, there we go. This is probably a poor hat. Other hats don't seem to go on top of this one too well, but we'll see how we go. Irad, wonderful to see you, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. Kovalaki, I hope you've been well. It was great seeing you stream the other day. Folks, Kovalaki started streaming. you want to go watch someone working on some cool stuff, go check out Kovalaki. I hope you'll keep streaming. I had a good time over there. It was fun watching. I always think, you know, I'm a big fan of low-key streams. I feel like my stream's a little bit too intense. You know, sometimes I want to stream where I can just go and relax, get a little work done. And Kovalaki's stream felt like a good place to be. So I hope we're over there. We hardly believe it ourselves, but yeah, that's right. That's right. We got the merch. They've got the merch. They've got the merch. Two nerdy nerds. This one just says nerdy nerd though. So I feel like your stream's a misnomer. Every time you get a new follow, you need to increase your number. So you should be like 600. You should be like 507 nerdy nerds right now. Two nerdy nerds. Come on. Come on, get with the program. Lying out there, lying to us. Every time you get a follow, you gotta you gotta change your username. You gotta petition. Maybe every 500, so Twitch doesn't let you change it after, but every 500 update. So you should be 500 nerdy nerds right now. And then anyway, just a thought. Captain Capper, or was Captain Hacker? Try guess what I'm doing. I have no idea what you're doing, Proton. Probably something awesome. Let's check out what we've been working on. Plus, I nerdy nerds. There we go. Fodai knows where it's at. Folks, welcome back. We are working on Captain Coders Learn New Game Jam. Technically we have 2 days left. But today's my last day working on this. Because tomorrow I'm traveling. I got to drive up to my partner's going to a gymnastics camp in Canada. So I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Friday. But yeah, no stream tomorrow, no stream Thursday. So today's the last day for me to work on this. It's sort of due tomorrow morning, and so I'm gonna finish it up today. Here's what we have. We even got some music in there. Hang on, let me get some not so great music. It's not bad. But been playing around. We got a little settings menu. Setting menu is popped in and out. We gotta add in some credits. I have a button for the credits. There's no credits yet though. I'm really proud of that. Dramulks, welcome back. Oh, look at that. That's the whole game. I love the voice sound effects. Yeah, all the sound effects of the game. You like that? That page flipping sound? The noises I make to make the clicking sound. You like my sound effects? All right, we click play.
Ready?
That's the sound of me coming out. So I gotta make a couple more sound effects. Artifice, welcome back to the stream. Protons, I'm arranging a surprise for my wife. She believes I can't remember any important dates. Today is our silver wedding anniversary. Ooh, congratulations. Proton, congratulations. No sound effects on play, refund. Yeah, we gotta add some more in. We'll add some more in. So I need to get like a running sound effect. Uh-oh. The keyboard inputs aren't working. Oh no, something's gone terribly wrong. Our player did not enable. That's interesting. Play.
Ready?
What? Something's not right. Oh. Our player's not unlocking properly. What's going on? What's happening? On the Mac keyboard didn't work, but when I played on my Windows, it worked. I think I know what's going on with this. I'm using events. I'm using the animation. That's so weird. It's a timing issue with the animation for unlocking the player. See, it works sometimes. Okay, that's a really bad thing. It's related to our player animation. Let's open up this level. Let's go into our scenes here. Let's add the level in. Hang on. Let's actually just open up this one level. It's the player animation that's doing it. So we need to. There's a couple spots where this could become a real issue. Yeah. So I usually prefer to play it. That was my issue exactly. Now you know. Now you know. Okay, let's come in here to let's go to 3D mode. Our player has an animation on it that this event is not triggering properly. See how we have this event to unlock and lock? This unlock is not happening. Oh, hang on. Player spawn. Yeah, we lock the player, we play the sound. We need to get rid of this lock here. I'm gonna move this out here. This should fix it. The animation is ending before it calls this. Let's go to our player win. That's right, I did this here. We're gonna lock the player here. All right. Let's try this and hope this fixes it. If not, I need to do something based on events. All right, now we got movement. Let's do it 10 times just to make sure, right? I don't know if that's the best way to test this. All right, works most of the time. All right, I'm gonna have to keep the background music off. Yeah, I don't know how to write a unit test for that. Spaghetti Code Factory, welcome back. Artifice, how the heck have you been? I hope you guys are doing well. Dramulx, how's Exlomard? How's Exlomard doing? What are we doing? We're gonna try and make a few more levels today. I feel like the non-gridlocked option works great, but you feel it's not quite right still. It's hard on my fingers. It feels fine. I have it set as the default. Everyone I've asked says that's the way they prefer it. So I have that as the default, the version that if you press up, it runs this way. To me, the rotation was a bit too tweeny. I like it snappier, like when I'm moving. For what it's worth, you start moving as soon as you press the direction you're moving. It's just the animation is a little slow. Yeah, it feels weird when you're trying to be precise on a jump. It feels awkward. To me, it feels awkward. So it's fine. I went ahead and made it the default because I actually prefer playing on a controller. On a controller, this feels absolutely correct to have the movement be this way because the analog points the direction you're going. Absolute movement was better, the default one. I'm gonna leave it. I think this could be important for precision platforming. Crazy Marble plus Dark Fuel collab. We gotta make a crazy fuel game. I think part of it is I'm just so used to playing this type of movement with Q*bert. So the movement is very Q*bert-esque. So in Q*bert, this is a Crazy Marble. Infinitani, you remember Crazy Marble? We did Crazy Marble. You were here for that. You've made some clips during that time. Marble Bullying Simulator, you mean? That's right. Crazy Marble. All right. So we have a little game here. Let's make some more levels. I just spilled some coffee. Give me a second here. I didn't spill that much coffee. Nerds, your cup's defective. Coffee spills right out the side if you tilt it too far. If you tilt this mug far enough, coffee spills out onto your keyboard. I want a refund. See, watch. We needed the patented fancy mug. See this lip here? This is the patented fancy mug. It covers over so you can get further over without it pouring. See how there's a little extra lip in there? You got to try harder. Your cup, defective. It just, come on now. I want to pay for that. Got to pay for the lip service. All right. Rogue water alert, indeed. All right, let's make a second level. Practically shoots coffee everywhere. Yeah, we will do our best to improve the Mark II. The Mark II, that's right. All right, let's do a quick fix here. If anyone wants to test out these controls, there is a very... all the feedback I have is basically that the controls need to be not set up on the grid, which is fine. Fine. I understand. Yes, I heard you the first time. The game is terrible. Nobody loves me. I'll just go eat some worms. No, I'm sorry. GitHub. Learn you a game jam. Did I miss a hat? I feel like I missed a hat. 2024. Luna, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. If anyone wants to test out the controls so you can feel how awkward it is, you can go find the latest build of the game here. Captain, can I update my devlog after the deadline? I have a bad habit of rereading, then rereading again. So for about 24 hours. So the answer is sometime on Wednesday, I'm going to be taking a snapshot of all the devlogs to make sure that no one's updating them. Next year, I think I want to put a 48-hour extra submission. Since there are prizes, I think it's important to have the ability for people to resubmit. I'm going to turn the volume off on this. Cypher, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Let's go. Cypher, I'd like to thank you for this hat. Cypher, how you been, friend? Welcome back to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Okay. So let's make a level. To make a level, Mon Tuesday. That's right. So I'm just going to duplicate level 1 here. Let's create a level 0. All right, we're going to create a level 0. So level 1 is going to be like after you've learned the basics. Let's go to level 0 here. It better be Tuesday. Just about had a heart attack. In our player here, let's make sure that... All right, there's nothing special there. Yeah, just about happy Tuesday. Did I say Monday? Oh, man. Look, when I'm on summer vacation and I don't have, like, a normal schedule, every day is a Friday. I should just say happy Friday every day. That way everyone's real confused by it. All right, so let's make a level here. I'm going to delete these rooms. We're gonna get rid of this wall over here. When you say sometime on Wednesday, what time do you mean? For me, the jam ends on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. It ends at 7 a.m. my local time. So probably into Thursday. So I'd probably say sometime before the end of Thursday. So I'm gonna be vague about it. So probably, yeah, so around sometime 6 hours. There's a countdown on this page. So Michael, he's asking specifically about, he's gonna update his devlog a little bit after. You have a little bit of extra time because we have to go take screenshots and save. The answer is you should have your devlog done at the same time. You should have your devlog done at the same time. But it takes us a little bit of time to go capture them all. If you're doing it as devlogs through Itch, it records the timestamp for the devlog, so it's easy. If you're sending it as like an external link, that's where it becomes a little bit tricky. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this door. We're going to shrink this down a little bit. All right, so we're gonna close this door. So the first level is literally just gonna be, let's save this bean. I have a bean prefab. Is there anything overridden in it? No. All right, so delete the beans. like this. We'll have a room that just looks like this. It's gonna just explain the controls. So we're creating a little bit of a tutorial level here. Yours is next. Yeah, exactly. You're not disqualified, no. You will not be disqualified for having an external website. That's totally fine. Every game would be better if they had a bean prefab. Two Nerdy Nerds, does your game have a bean prefab? Maybe you should add in a can of beans so someone can order a bean sandwich. You're working on it. We need a bean sandwich. Like, you know how IRAD has the can of beans? We need one of those where you can open it up and make sloppy Joe. Where do you download Darkfield? You can't download it. You can play it online though. Here's the link if you want to play it online. I think you already played it. There's no updates to it. Or are you trying to download Coffee? Is that what you're suggesting? All right, let's make this room 2. So the tutorial is going to be very simple. Pull this over. Let's hit resize this room. Room collider, resize collider. There we go. There's a bug in my code. Add invisible walls. There it is. Hang on, something weird. Add invisible walls. Perfect. All right, so we can bring this room back over. Oopsie doops. Room 2. Bring that door here. Yeah. Yeah, we got to. We'll make a door here. Oh, the sprites? That's a good question. You could probably download it on Discord. Here, I'll send it on Discord. And send it on Discord. I'm gonna send it. I'll send it in general. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Give me a second, because I know that we have them on here. If we do, will it let you download it here? Does it let you download that? Otherwise, I can send another sprite. Let me know if that doesn't work and I can send the original as well. Okay, so this room, we need to raise this door up. Oops. Like that. Is that right? Something like that. We're gonna add a door in. We'll take this door. And we're gonna pull it over. We're gonna make it transparent. Goose Fat! What a name. Welcome back to the stream, Goose Fat. Or welcome to the stream, I should say. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's get rid of this door frame. We're going to pull this down here. Okay. We're gonna add in a transparent door. Transparent door here. Let's go ahead and rotate it up, around, side to side. Put it here. We'll add in a door controller. And this door is gonna connect to the other room. All right, so they need to be connected here. We could potentially get rid of it as well. I love it. I love it. Are you laughing at me? You oofed? What did you oof? What's the oof? I'm sorry if I love the little giggle you got, the typing giggle. Does anyone else get typing giggles? That's the other door. There's only one other door. One. Okay. And this one will be transparent door. So they'll be connected. Tiny. It's true. Tiny laughing. All the laughs. All right, so we're gonna put a bean in here. Bean. I believe this is the bean prefab. Yeah. Bean prefab. And so let's put a platform in here. Tile. Put a bean. Put a tile. Gray tile. Lift it up. Let's go from the center. Move this into the center of the room. We're gonna put, like, have it second Are you working on the first level to teach player to goal? Yes, yes. So the game's gonna start and it's gonna be like, press the button to open the door. Collect the bean to finish the level. And then it'll go to another level that will have, you know, more mechanics as we go. So that's the idea, is we're gonna create some very, very simple levels. It's called stretching your game out, so it's more than 90 seconds. So my goal is to create a game that is like 5 to 6 minutes long. If we can get more than that, that'd be good too, but my guess is we won't get much more than that. Let's add in a base here of tiles like this. So we're just gonna put the bean in the center at the top of a pyramid like so. So the player has to climb up to get the bean. And we can even put like some lighting on it. We can make it all shiny. Do a shiny bean, but they're gonna come into the room and it's gonna have them collect the bean to get it here. Color-wise, the holy bean, right? The holy bean. Make this white, 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 and white. So we get our tiling there. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and move this room over. Like so. And we're gonna see if we can get the room transition to work as well. Uh-oh. all of these are in the wrong room apparently. Oh, they're not in any room. Okay, so we gotta move these into room 2 so that the gets collided. So the level's gonna start out. You press that. And then it beats the level there and it'll transition. That was interesting. That was interesting. All right, so let's see if we can get it transitioned to level 2. Let's do a build settings. Add open scenes. The chipmunk beans acquired. You like that one? Yeah. You should put the. So for anyone who can't hear it, I do want to add sounds for the button here. Click.
Beans acquired.
Beans acquired. So good. So good. All right, can I make it so that we transition to a new level? I haven't set that up yet. Level controller, next scene, let's try level 1. I have a feeling this isn't gonna work because I haven't set this up yet, but we'll test it here.
Beans acquired.
Perfect vibes. Yeah, it doesn't know how to load up the next scene. I hadn't finished that code yet, so let's write that code real quick. So I believe this is part of our HUD. All right, so in our HUD, it'll fade out, but it won't load the next scene properly. Let's go to our HUD controller here. Dark Souls adds text on the screen. Beans acquired. It like fades to black. Have the coffee explode. You beamed. Then I can submit this to the Souls-like game jam. Bean goddess pleased. Praise. We gotta add the praise the bean. Praise the bean. That's right, Tony. Praise the bean. Okay. So, yeah, I only have it if the next scene happens to be main, we load that. So what we do is we're going to fade out. We actually want to load fade out, show ready. Yeah, so there's a series of things we have to do. We have to fade out. We need to do a scene manager dot load async. We're gonna load up the new scene, which is our next scene. We need to load it as an additive. So we're gonna load in the next scene first. Do the Fortnite default dance? Something maybe. You know, is that the floss? Is that the floss? Is that what the kids call it? This is an async operation, async operation, loading. We're going to say, while loading dot is done, yield return null. So we fade out, we load the new level. Once the next level is loaded, we go ahead and we want to unload this one here. Does this also give us an async option? Yeah. We actually think, I think we have to unload these separately because the camera does something kind of crazy if we don't. We might end up putting the camera in a separate scene if I have to. Could also show a loading message. This should be really fast though. My scenes are going to be really, really small. Okay. So we're going to load, this needs to be slightly different. We're going to say if next scene is not equal to main. So main is if we're going to the main. Yeah. So we got to wait for the new scene to load. Then we'll unload this one. Then we always do a fade in. Okay, we'll fade in here. Let's try it. Let's see how we did. Cosmetic microtraction can, we need them. We need them. So you can swap between dark fuel and bean water. Bean water is the blue mug. Bean water is the cyan looking mug. And I kind of need to add like a little dialogue that pops up. I really want to have like a little bean with eyes talking to the player, like a little dialogue. A bean pops up and it's like, dark fuel, we need your help. But time is not on my side. Clippy but beanie, yeah. So we press this. Let's see if this will have us float out. Okay. Camera follower has been destroyed, but you are still trying to access it. Oh, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. This is because the room unloads. I don't quite understand why that would happen. Yeah, we're gonna figure out what this combination here, Two Nerdy Nerds. It's hilarious. It's wine time. That combination is so hilarious. Oh my goodness. I don't understand the order of events that have happened here. The camera follower. I see. Room. The object type camera follower has been destroyed. So on line 44 here, center camera. It's trying to access some stuff here. Say if transform or transform is null. Let's try this. Yeah, it's an extension. That's okay. So in my tool, Tani, here's what I see. Yeah, I use this for chat. Or there's an extension you can install in your browser too. That's the wrong button. But that's what it looks like to me. We've got Captain Cross-Eyed. So because I'm not an affiliate, you can like set things up to have little emotes like that through there are extensions that give us emotes essentially. There's a button I can press that will actually cause the level to be. What is going on? What is null here? On enter, this isn't actually what's calling it here. Your script should check if it's null or you should not destroy the object. I don't know what is null here. Room must not, it must be one of, camera focus must be null. Okay. And it won't let me do this. Okay. Room.camera focus is null. That feels a little weird because We should have a camera focus if we have a room. We'll find out. But I'm like unloading the scene, I think is what's happening. I could be very wrong on that. It could actually be level 0 or level 1 is loading and that's causing an issue. Let's come to our level controller complete level.
Beans acquired.
It should automatically do it. Yeah. So I just don't understand. I might have to attach the debugger to see what is null. It's saying camera follower. I don't know what is null here. I might have to attach the debugger, which is always a pain to do in VS Code. But you're still trying the object of type camera follower. It's almost as though this particular game object is null. I'm wondering if I need to wait. Hang on, let's try. I'm gonna try. It might be that I think I know what's going on. This is interesting. So I'm loading in a second level and they have singletons in them. So I need to actually unload this first. I think me loading that in, I feel like this is gonna mess our camera lighting up. And I'm not sure how to resolve that. Yeah, so I have 2 levels loaded at the same time and the levels have conflicting singletons. That's what's going on. I think. All right, let's try.
Beans acquired.
Yeah, see the lighting is all weird. And I need to have it do a show ready. Else, yeah, we'll do a fade in, show ready. And I don't know how to fix the lighting. My hack to do this is like, oh, well, let me just never turn the camera off. Let me make sure there's always a camera. I ran into this issue before and I didn't know how to fix it. I guess I'm gonna be forced to fix this. So you'll see how like no camera for a second. And the lighting is terrible. And I don't understand why the lighting is so bad when you load the like a second level. Is the camera? Yeah. McNets, QN, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Yeah, I don't know if I turn my camera off and then back on. Why do when I all right, so we're gonna look this up, see if we can find this. Unity switch scene lighting breaks lighting. Unity 5 loading scene actively causes change in lighting. One option would be to have lighting be in a separate scene that's always loaded. Do I have lighting in here? Let's do this. Let's go into my main. Let's move our lighting. Let's have this all be an always out lighting. Here. Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the lighting global. And let's go back to level 0. Now we have 2 light sources. So in level 0, let's get rid of our light. And it'll come from main. And the directional light should be, I wish I hadn't deleted it. The lighting, let's copy these values. Apparently, sure. It's gonna make the background look a little bit weird, I think. Let's see what the, okay, that looks okay. Save. Level 0. And I think we can actually have both in there as long as they're the same light. It should be okay. Hang on. That's not what I want. Unload that scene. Alright, let's see what happens if I complete this level now.
Beans acquired.
It's weird. I don't quite understand.
Ready?
No, it's still dark. What the heck? Why is the light so weird? When we change scenes. Like the shadow is so dark. I don't understand that. I think it'll be okay. No, because this light was still there. I don't quite understand. The Sarcade is using additive. Okay, so when I opened the lighting when the game was running, here's what I did to fix it. Open the scene that is being loaded to contain the game world. Window lighting settings. At the very bottom, it's uncheck auto-generated, then click generate lighting. Save the scene, leaving auto-generate unchecked. Okay. Let's get rid of you. But let's put you back into level 0. Let's unload this scene. This is a very weird behavior. Window. Hang on. Window lighting. Does anyone see lighting here? I don't see lighting. General. Rendering lighting. Okay. Scene. It's not, it doesn't have auto generate. And click generate lighting. All right, let's try this perhaps. Bruce, welcome into the stream. Enjoy your lurk, enjoy your lunch. I hope you're eating something delicious. All right, let's go to level 1. And let's do the same thing. And then let's go back to level 0.
Beans acquired. Ready?
What is going on? Try clearing the GI cache preference when you select to generate light map. Make sure the map fully finished before returning to play mode. I load a scene add to and have my main camera in the first core scene in the game world plus single parallel light in the second. The game world now appears to be rendered at 50% brightness. Yeah. Doesn't sound like an XR. Thanks for the reply. See if we can find something maybe a little bit more recently. How How to fix dark scene. Scene becomes dark when I switch. I had something similar when switching targets. Seems almost like you're ending up with more stuff rendering that you want or something. Have you tried doing this? From that you're really drawing what you think. I'll give it a try. Add a bit of switching the scene code, attach UI. Less noise, easier, good fortune. Sir, perhaps you find up any multiple camera effects being applied. After clicking the play button and I slowly play it, what does it do? Pretty sure new to Unity, player settings. So switching the rendering path to legacy for text lit worked. It's the only one, but it makes like shadows not exist. Every level has a single camera. We might be able to make our camera global somehow. Yeah, we might put this in its own scene maybe. Because it is the camera unloading and then reloading, like loading up a new camera and switching it. Maybe I should have used Cinemachine. That might have solved it. We could try packaging the camera into the main and then attaching that. Let's try that. So Cinemachine, I was having trouble getting the isometric view to work with Cinemachine. So Cinemachine kept wanting to do weird things with my camera and I couldn't get the isometric. So I decided not to use Cinemachine. No, this tutoring nerd, this is helpful. What's interesting is I had this issue coming. Don't delete unload to the camera script. But then my next scene also has it. So then I have two camera pivots, right? So what I could do, let's look at my, yeah, there's a little bit of a challenge here to get it to wire up the way I want. It's annoying that when we switch the scene,
Ready?
it's hard to understand what is going, like I just don't understand the light issue here. Yeah, it's very strange to me that the light is this way. And it's not even that the light isn't bright enough. You'll just notice that the shadows are super dark on these loaded objects. So for some reason, I'm using something called Naughty Attributes to make it easy to do. So Naughty Attributes is a free plugin that if you can just do this level controller. I just add in an attribute that says complete level and it will call this method. And it just adds it to the inspector for us. So yeah, pretty nice little thing there. I don't understand. Yeah, Munger, a really nice plugin. Odin is another one. Darth, welcome back to the stream. Blackman, how you been? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Going well, Art. I'm having a little, we have one day left. I want to add a few more levels if I can. There's a very strange light issue. Where when I see how dark the shadows are, when I switch levels, I get very, very poor lighting. Something doesn't work with the lights when we switch levels. It could be... It's very weird. I'm not sure if it's the camera. I'm not sure if it is... Forward, legacy. So weird. To turn the light switch whenever they enter a new level, yeah, if I could get that to work. So if I start in this level, the light's fine. If I start in this level, the light's also fine. Let me try starting from main. Let me change main so that our play button, I think it's just calling title screen, play. Let's add a second. Let's go to our title screen. I wonder if let's from our title screen, play, have this taken a string, scene name. We should be able to tell it which scene over here in the inspector now. I'm curious. On our play button. We're going to call play with level 0. If I start from my main screen, my light's messed up on my main scene now. Did I delete the light on my main scene? I must have. Interesting. Let's create a directional light. What is the direction of my light here? 45, negative 60. Okay. No, I didn't have an extra light. I did not. I don't have an extra light. If there's no light, here, watch. The light...
Ready?
Yeah, so the light is not on. And then if we beat this level...
Beans acquired.
It's when we switch from level to level that it does it.
Ready?
Now it's fine. If I start in just level 0, so it's something weird. If I start from the main screen, now I have an extra light on. Because I originally had this in title screen here. Hang on. Let me fix that. So if I put this in my title screen, the light gets disabled. I only wanted one directional light. No, it's not. All right. We'll find out here.
Beans acquired. Ready?
See, it's dark. It's when I switch from level to level that it does it. But if I start from, even with this even if I turn this directional light back on, still an issue. See, now I have 2, but we still have these really dark shadows on this wall. If I start from, it's super weird. If I start from the main menu,
Ready?
it's not an issue. It's almost like,
Beans acquired.
Zaft, welcome back to the stream. So if I start from the main menu,
Ready?
the lights are fine. It's almost like when I have no No lights or something. Yeah, Blackman, this is what I'm saying. Like, I have no idea what the issue is. It's very, very strange. It feels like it feels like a bug. It feels like there's a bug in Unity. Part of me wants to create just a scene called light. All right, let's do something dumb. Light. We're gonna create a scene called light. And it is literally just going to have a directional light in it. Okay. And we're gonna basically say, is the light scene loaded? If it's not, we're gonna load it. So if I go to my level 0, let's get rid of our directional light. And the idea would be that we load the light scene in, and we're just gonna leave this light scene in all the time and see if that will solve the issue. All right, let's go to our level 1. Delete our directional light. So now our game has this weird darkness to it. In fact, I'm surprised we can see anything at all. Why can I see anything at all? It doesn't make sense to me. That's okay. Maybe because we have like a generated light. So instead of doing a light source, maybe we should have a scene generated light. All right, so the idea is we'll load this up. Let's go to our level controller. That's not what I meant to do. In our level controller, we have like this load HUD thing or find HUD. In here, we're gonna see if we have a light in the scene as well. So we try and find the HUD, and then we'll say if scene manager find scene. Can we see if there's a scene that exists? Hang on. Want to see Unity check if scene is loaded. Witty, you're almost there. Almost 1K. Not bad. Scene.is loaded is true after loading is complete. How to check which scene is loaded. Request. Tony, you want me to draw? Not today. Not today. How many points is that? Points ad infinitani. I'm just too busy today. Otherwise, we'd draw it in there. I want to finish this up for a biscuit. Tony, how many points was that? Is that 15,000 or 30,000 points? 1,000 points in compensation. All right, hang on. 30K. Normally I would do it fine, but we're on the last day of the jam and I'm right in the middle of a bug. You know what, Tony? I will do it. Let me finish this bug first. Let me see if I can fix this, and then we'll do it. It was a million. It was 10 million. Buy fast. Exactly. It was 10 million. Tony, I do like to do it. Come up with a prompt. Come up with a prompt, and we'll draw you we'll do a poorly drawn image. I have a lot of fun with those. I don't want to forget about it more than anything. Keep like, how much time are you going to be here most of the morning, Tony, or afternoon for you? I assume. I want to. Let's come into. All right, I'm going to hack a thing here. Let's go into our light. We're going to add in a tag just called main light, like this. And in our level, the prompt is Dark Fuel fighting a coffee bean like Harry Potter versus Voldemort. Okay, Dark Fuel fighting a coffee bean. Sweet. Well, we're going to do that. That's going to be the title screen. We're going to add that to it, where it's going to be our banner for the game. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so in our level controller, can I find object by type? Can we find object by tag? Unity find object by tag. Game object find with tag. Okay. Find with game object find with tag. Main light. make sure that this was the correct tag. Searching for coffee, that's too realistic. This has to do with environment ambient light being set to black when changing scene or something like. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I want to try. This is my hack. Main light. So should return null. Okay, we're gonna say if is game object light. Really, I only care if it's null. Is null. Start coroutine load light. Private I enumerator load light. Light. I call it light. I did. Okay. Could also do it not as async. Let's. I sneezed my hat off, folks. We had a hat stack. Overflow points. Add all 250 points to witness that momentous occasion. Oh boy. All right. Rip hat. Yeah. All right. So, fingers crossed. Light. Don't do it.
Ready?
Oh, why does it do it? I have no idea. Oh, it actually loaded a second light in here as well, which is super interesting. Why is it doing that? I don't understand why it doesn't do it if I start from my main scene. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. This also seems to look for it in just this current scene. I am completely confused by this. We're gonna ignore it. We're just gonna ignore it. It does, but it's like the same. It's the same thing. It does have a directional light. I'm wondering if it's because it's not the active scene. Can we change the active scene? Scene manager dot active set active scene. Can I do this? Can I do main? It has to be a scene. Scene manager dot get scene by name. I wonder if this. All right, we're gonna try this. If you turn off the main scene light, does the problem also happen when starting from the main scene? I don't think so. All right, the light is loading still. Let's get rid of load light. Such a hack here. I don't think it's the light object, the environment tab in the light window. Yeah, check it out. Now, okay, we're on to something. We're on to something. It's notice When main is, yeah, it's the lighting of main. Okay, we're on to something now. So notice,
Ready?
I start my level 0 now. I set my main, I'm setting my active scene to be the main scene when this thing loads. So what's happening is I think the active scene, I'm gonna try something here. Yeah, I'm onto something. I'm onto something. Okay. I think I'm onto something. I think the lighting in main, if we get the lighting in main working. Let him cook. Dark Fuel 2 Scholar of the First Being. All right. Put you out here. No, what the heck? I do think it's related somehow to our title screen. Let him cook. Window. All right. Control 9 to get our lighting. Generate lighting. Environment. There we go. There we go. I think we got it. The main scene did not have lighting set up properly, and we were like switching to the main scene's lighting, which doesn't quite make sense, but somehow to me.
Beans acquired.
Let's test it. Come on.
Ready?
Yes, let's go. Let's go. We got it. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's delete this garbage. Light scene garbage I made. Okay. Probably caused some other horrible bug. Hang on, let's make sure we can actually play the level. Give me a moment. Let's go to main. Let's start from main. We'll play.
Ready?
I need to make, the controls are gonna feel so awkward to me.
Beans acquired.
All right, so it should transition
Ready?
here. And then we should be able to beat this. The controls feel bad this way to me. I'm so used to the other controls. Love trading old bugs. Yeah, old bugs for new bugs. Hang on. What I might do is make it set there have, oh my goodness. This control scheme is nightmarish to me. Having to hold the two buttons down makes the precision so difficult, in my opinion. All right, and then this should go back to the title screen.
Beans acquired.
But when I tuned it, it stopped working. Turns out I actually put the entire light out of the room. Get good, we got it. Okay. There's also a weird, I don't know why this button ends up being stuck this way, but I don't care that much. Like, thinks it's highlighted still, and I don't understand why. And it doesn't switch if I click on something else. Okay, let's get a commit in here. Get status, get add, get commit. Feature. This was a fix. Fix lighting between scenes. Just emphasizing play. All right, Tani wants us to do a wizard battle between a Gemin, welcome back to the stream, by the way. It's great to see you. Wants us to do some art. Let's open up Inkscape here. We're gonna do a bean, dark fuel versus a bean. All right, so, and it's like a wizard battle. So I'm gonna AI generate a concept art that we're gonna use as sort of an outline sketch, and then we'll poorly draw it on top of that. So let's get rid of all of this stuff here. All right, so I'm gonna show you my drawing process. Let's go over to Leonardo AI is, I think, what I use. I'm not sure I'm logged into Leonardo AI. Give me a second. Although Leonardo AI has been getting worse. Every time I use it, it feels like it's getting worse. Give me a second to log in here. Yeah, there we go. Image generation. Okay. So we're going to generate. I've already used this. We're going to do 2 wizards dueling. Start naming the lights on your scene. The unpolite lights. Yeah, 2 wizards dueling. Shooting liquid from their hands at each other. Okay. Let's see what we get here. I might need to switch. They changed their interface here. Leonardo style. I want it to be like cartoon style. What is the... It used to be... All right. Model. Did they make it so I can't use the cartoon model? Here it is. I think. Presets. I like doing concept art. Ooh, this might work here. This one looks pretty good, though. All right. I think I'm going to use this as a basis. All right. And so it's going to be being one of the, and we're going to make I just want to get the shape of the image kind of looking good. All right. So let's take a screenshot of this. And then we're going to use that as a basis for our image. Copy to clipboard. I'm going to do 2 wizard join stream like man, 2 wizard coffee mugs. See if that does. 2 wizard coffee beans. 2. Let's see what that looks like. I think we're going to use that first image here. I'm surprised. I wish the angle was a little bit different, but it'll be okay. All right, let's see what we get. Yeah, this is no good. Doesn't understand that I want them to be two wizards drinking coffee. That's a pretty good wizard drinking coffee. AI, you're so bad. Let's see what this comes up with. It's gonna be beans. Yeah, not quite what we want. Okay, so let's paste this image in here. Let's shrink it down. I'm going to put this onto a separate layer that I can't edit. All right, so let's add in a layer here. New layer, reference. I'm going to put you in there, and then we're going to lock it so I can't touch it. Bring that opacity down, and then lock. All right, so let's create a new layer. It's going to be poorly drawn. Dylan, welcome back. Poor drawing. All right, so now we should be able to draw on this layer here. All right, BK, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And then I like to use the calligraphy tool. I feel like works pretty well for the poorly drawn things. I just have to change the width to be 1 or less, even smaller. Good thing that the amount that we can change it by. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're going to poorly draw. We're going to put dark fuel over here. So dark fuel, we got to create this type of shape. We're going to turn it into a mug. All right, so we got a mug like that. Maybe get a little bit straighter line. You know, this concept art is not helpful at all, apparently. So we're gonna have Dark Fuel over here. We'll give him Kathy. Welcome back. Doing well. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Is there any other tips to get game ideas? What have you tried? So what I'll ask is, what have you tried? Because I feel like what I do is I sort of told you last time sort of what my strategy for coming up with game ideas is. All right, there we go, like this, and we're gonna connect it back here. You tried to play games, but it's only been a day. It's only been a day. All right, let's combine this here into a single shape. Oh, not what I want. I need to select all of these things. So one of my favorite tools here is this one here, where we can say, okay, these are the shapes that I want. This is going to be my handle, like this, and then this is going to be my coffee shape here and here. So we click finish, and now we get those shapes that we can use like that. All right, so this is going to be my red mug. It's going to be the inside. I can bring it down a little bit, feel like there's coffee in there. I need to, if I add in a stroke to this, set stroke, there we go. Not bad. And make small changes. That's sort of what I do, yeah. No, I've been stuck with no idea for a week now, and I started to play a lot of games this past week, so it hasn't been a day to me. Okay. Well, you know, inspiration can be a challenge. Inspiration, coming up with something inspiring, is difficult to do. It's not an easy task. Set stroke. There we go. All right, so we got this wizard's gonna be a coffee cup. Okay, let's give it some legs. So I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you there. All right, so we're gonna draw out some legs here. So we got a leg, got one noodle coming out that way, and we'll give him a foot. We got another noodle coming out that way, and we'll give him a foot, like that. And then we're gonna move these back a layer here. Yeah, so my tips are basically, there we go. So we got some noodles. Let's get an arm noodle out here. Let's make this a little bit thicker. Let's go with a 7.75, well, not a 75, 0.75 noodle here for the arm. So we get some thicker arms. Yeah. So we're gonna have, oh, let's thicken up these leg noodles. These leg noodles need to be thick too. Maybe I just erased the original leg noodles. Let's get rid of these leg noodles. I like this thickness better. All right, leg noodle, boom. Put that foot down there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dark Fuel, let's go. Select back here. Does anyone else have some ideas for how to find inspiration when you're trying to come up with a game idea? Have you tried making existing games? Let's say you need to learn how to think creatively. It's hard. So learning how to think creatively is difficult. I would say it's not an easy task. So we have our bean water eye there. Let's add in. There we go. It's going to be our mouth like that. Let's go ahead and let's turn this into an eye shape. Come on. Come on, why can't I? There we go. Finish. Let's make that an eye. There we go. Got the bean water going. Let's turn this into a solid shape as well. Oh yeah, Tani, what are you thinking? Tani, how are we feeling? There we go. Let's give this guy a little pupil. Let's draw in a little pupil here. There we go. There we go. It's coming together. Cassie, how have you been, by the way? Deep Space Arena. Hey there, Cap. Hey, Deep Space. Push Toy. It's also wonderful to have you here with us. All right. Have a good day, Dylan. Good luck. Hard to make worse parts. Yeah. French mug. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, we're doing the thing. We got the the arm. We're gonna add in a bean over on this side. So we need a coffee bean. Coffee beans are interesting. They're like turtle shells. But then they have like a crevasse in them. So it's like they're brown and then they have like this crevice. So I'm gonna start off with this as a shape. It's gonna be the base. This is gonna be our base bean, our bean base, if you will. So this is our bean base. Let's give it a brown. Let's make it a brown color. Yeah. And then we're gonna add in to it. He better be doing a bean water Kamehameha. We're gonna add a bean water Kamehameha to it. Making a game around the idea you'd improve rather than just remake the game with improvements. I think I usually find inspiration by trying to copy a game, and then so this is like our bean water here. Let's give it some angry eyes at the top here, like this. All right, so let's go ahead and let's make these some eyes, like that. Make that an eye, like that. Okay. Let's make these white, but I'm gonna give them a stroke to them like that. Let's add in like this, and then this guy's got to have some arms as well, and some legs. There we go. There we go. So this guy, let's give him some hands. And he's going to be shooting out a Kamehameha. Give him a hand like that. All right, we got the base. I don't know why I had to generate this background image. I didn't really use it at all. Let's give him some extra space. Let's turn the background image off at this part. Look at the background there. Real Sky Ninja, welcome back. Trombone, it's great to see you. James, welcome back to the stream. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Welcome in. Tawny Redeemed. Remake Elden Ring then. The background image looks necessary. That's our reference image, right? That's our reference image back there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I don't think we need it anymore as the reference here. Okay, let's go ahead and move our cup back. All right, select this whole guy, move him back here, and select this guy. Now we're gonna have them. Tawny wants the bean water Kamehameha. It was just a mild inspiration. Is that failed concept? Yeah, it was it's not the concept we were looking for, but that's okay. Okay, so let's start off by creating a general shape for our blast. All right, so our blast is going to start off sort of like this. Okay, so I'm going to take this, turn it into a solid shape. Like that. Can I wish there was an option just like turn this whole thing into one big shape. Sometimes we have to zoom in to get all the little crevasses filled in. The crevasses. There we go. There we go. Come on. Fill in the shape. There we go. Okay, so it's going to be our base. Okay, let's go ahead and make this, it's going to be bean water colored, so like a really dark brown, and then a darker brown stroke, like that. So it's going to be the base. It's going to be behind the hand here. So we're shooting this wave out. Now we're going to do how you guys feel about AI, but I made a song using AI voice, but Lyric is making it a song about my OC, my online self. Would you listen to it on stream? You can share it on the Discord. I probably won't listen to it today, but during our showcase, you're welcome to share it there as well. Yeah, so probably won't listen to it on stream today. All right, so let's Let's try and get this sort of like beam coming out here, and then it's gonna like be it usually comes out like this. Hang on, let's do this. And then like this. It's gonna be connected down here. And then we need to have it be like a big splash at the top, like that. All right, so there's gonna be a couple components here. We want this to be one piece. Make sure that's one piece there. All right, so I have a little bit too much here. There we go. So let's turn this into one piece like that. All right, so we have some more bean water. We'll make this a slightly lighter color. We'll put it down at the end like that, and then we'll make the outline for that this color here. So we're gonna set the stroke color like that. So we have this sort of bean water blast, and then they're gonna be colliding. The two bean waters will be colliding there in the middle. Yeah, you got lucky, just combined two together. I kind of said that yesterday for what it's worth. Discord, thank you, Zaf. The one piece is real true. I found an AI noise canceller for Windows called Crisp. I haven't heard of that one. Personally. Okay, so we have that. Now this guy is going to be shooting another wave. So let's move these back a little bit more. Now this guy needs one. Let's start off up here drawing out a little circular blast thing. It's a little too big. So this is going to be where the power's coming from, the center. Still too big. There we go. I'll start off with that. It's going to be the shape he's starting with. Let's give this one a different color so we can tell whose blast is who. All right, so he's going to be coming out like that. Yeah, there we go. Scale it down just a hair. Then we need to have, let's group this together so we can draw on top of it without issues happening. This one's going to be coming down like this to this position. Tani, what do you think? How we doing? How's it coming along? What do you think of it so far? Give it a little bit of an orange color. There we go. Set the stroke. And then it's going to be colliding in the middle. Awesome sauce. I'm glad you like it. All right, and then they're going to be colliding in the middle like this. All right. There's our poorly drawn drawing. Boom. We'll give this one a couple different colors. So we need this to be below that. All right, now we can sort of move them together. Let's move this as one group. And then this middle piece, we want to have this sort of be like a couple different but similar shapes that are different colors. So I usually will take this and bring it down like that. There we go. How do we do? I just used the default OPS noise filter and I don't know, it seems okay. I have a tool that I use, the Epic Struggle, yeah. Dark Fuel versus the Bean Wizard. All right, let's save. This is Dark Fuel versus Evil Bean. Let's put this in my Captain Coder folder. Hang on real quick. Just trying to get good practice. Good practice with the blur. Please don't crash, Inkscape. Please don't crash. All right. Poorly drawn redeems added in there. All right, turn the blur off. Let's resize our portrait here. Page properties. There should be a resize to fit option. That's interesting. Document properties. Guides, format. I swear there used to be a colors image. Why are there so many things here? How do I resize that? Resize to content. There it is. I'm just blind. I'm just blind. We'll group that together just real quick and then we'll bring it down in. There we go. Tani, we got it. We got you. A picture there. Enjoy your lurk, Redmer. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the well wishes. Tony, Captain Anosa. It's wonderful to see you both here on this beautiful day. We are doing a redeem for Tani here. Let's go ahead and do an export. Let's export this as a nice big image for you. All right, this is going to be exported as Dark Fuel versus Evil Bean. Infinitani 2024-02-0702. We'll export that as a PNG for you. And we'll save that on the Discord. So let's go to the Discord. Do I have a channel for that? I don't know if I have a channel. I feel like I used to. Do it. Poorly drawn redeemed. Let's create a channel here. Poorly drawn redeems. 130,000 points well spent. Let's go. New post. Let's go ahead and upload this in here. Dark Fuel versus the Evil Bean. Let's add that image in. Then we're going to take a quick break and we're going to get back to making another level here. Poorly drawn redeems. I can't tell. There it is. Okay. There we go. break. Deep Space Renegade. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, folks. We will be back. We'll be back working on Dark Fuel. We're going to add in a little bit of an intro level. So we're going to add in to our first level here. We're going to add in little dialogue that pops up that explains use WASD or controller to move. And then there's a space to jump. And then it's going to say collect the beans to finish your mission. And then it'll go to the next level. All right. So that's what we're going to do when we get back. So folks, don't go anywhere. Captain Coda will return momentarily. All right, everybody, we're back. Let's get a couple stretches in here, take care of ourselves. Go ahead and stand on up. We're gonna get that body moving. I'm all sore. Thank you, Tommy. Great to see you. Great to see you, Tommy. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm sore. I've been doing these kickboxing workouts, and I'm nice and sore. So let's get some stretch in, take care of ourselves. Dylan, if you're still around, I'd love to know what two ideas you're planning to combine. No, I'm not doing kickboxing. I'm doing kickboxing workout. So we have the mirror got acquired by another thing. I can't remember the name of the other Palantir. I can't remember. But we have one of those mirrors that you can do like workouts in, and they have like a person in there doing. It's kind of like a workout video, but you can Palantir. That's what it is. So we have one of those, and I've been doing workouts in them. We've had it for a long time. My girlfriend does them, but I've been working out with her doing those. I usually work out in the morning. She's been trying to work out in the morning, so we've done a couple of those. I'm nice and sore, but we're getting this like nice trunk twisting. Having a great day. Glad to hear it. Go ahead and get those arms up. We're gonna lean in. Oh, I'm not planning on fighting crime. That's right. I am not planning to become a crime fighter. Fox Hollow Games, welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for the correction there on the Palantir. I wanted to say palindrome. Folks, we're going to be doing Fox Hollow's Game Jam, which is coming up this weekend. Reach up as high as you can, stretch up, get up on those tippy toes. It's Fox Hollow Jam 2 is coming up. They have a ton of prizes as well. Go ahead and exhale. We're going to go ahead and hinge at the hips here as we do hang down. I'm going to get a link. Fox Hollow, could you send a link to your game jam as well? That's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. It's starting in 3 days. Is that right? Or 4 days? I think it starts in 3 days. We're just hanging here, stretching out the glutes, lower back here. And then we're going to inhale. Oh, man, that feels good. We're going to inhale for 5 seconds. As you do, roll up. Bring those shoulders up. Back and down, and we're gonna roll them back. 2, 3, 4. Add the elbows. 2, 3, 4. Full arms. 2, 3, 4. Roll them forward. 2, 3, 4. Add the elbows. 2, 3, 4. Full arms. 2, 3, 4. Shake it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it feels good. Yeah, I know a lot of people are doing the not Dark Souls, but the Souls-like or Souls-like. Thank you all for joining me in those 125 points to you beautiful people. Fox Hollow, thank you for the link. Let's take a quick look at that. I am gonna try and do the gauntlet on it. Fox Hollow Jam 2. One thing that I like about it, so July 5th, so starting on Saturday. Snowy Snow, like, yeah, a lot of people are currently working on that jam that I'm aware of. Let's see if we get this number pumped up, folks. Gauntlet Jammers, let's go. Yeah, my plan is to do the gauntlet. There's tons and tons of prizes for this one as well. And the idea with this is you get feedback partway through. So we have the casual, which I believe it's a 2-week jam, or is this just 1 week? That looks like a 1 week. 10 days. Let's look here. We have the 5th. Oh, so it does start on Friday. Oh, like midnight. Okay. 1, 2. So it is just a week. 1 week. Okay. So it's a challenging one. 1 week I've done 1 week jams before. I'm going to go for the gauntlet though. See if we can get something in. Gauntlet has to be slow. You have to make everything yourself. So I can't, go and find an asset and use it. And so I'm pretty excited about that. The thing that really sets this one apart is you not only do you get a theme, but you get a design principle that you have to follow. So I love this idea as well. And then I believe you have to submit a game design document as well as a prototype. And then we're going to try and get it submitted by the end of the 3rd day. So we're going to do Saturday, Sunday. Really, I'm not going to be able to work on it on Monday. So for me, it's just going to be 2 days. See what I can get done in 2 days. Yeah, design principle. So for example, we go back to the first jam, the design Did you have a principle on this one? Yeah, Miller's Law. All right. Miller's Law. The average person can only keep 7 plus or minus 2 items in their working memory. So using the design principle and the theme overload, use those two things together. It's, you know, it's a little bit of a honor system, if you will. And it's small enough that it's relatively easy to monitor. That said, a lot of times game jams, it's just all about self-improvement. But yeah, let's see if we can get this number pumped up. Folks, go check it out. With an online jam, yeah, honor system. 1 day, 1 hour left. I know, Kovalaki, it's coming up. It's coming up fast. Miller's Law can be creatively applied to one inventory restriction, apparently. Indeed, indeed. Okay, so let's get a commit in here. Did we do a commit before we went on break? We did. All right, so we have a level here. You're welcome, Foxhole. I'm looking forward to the game. We want to add a little bit of a dialogue that explains what you're supposed to do here. So I want to add a little bit of a dialogue to this. It's a little bit tricky, but we'll add a little, we're just gonna have a little dialogue pop up from the bottom here. Only 7 quests in the quest log. The average goob, welcome back to the stream. Jam submission day. I know, I think I have a closed game loop to submit, which is exciting. I had such an amazing time learning and working on this game. A little burned out, I feel great. That's a pretty normal feeling, I think, for a game jams, is at the end, there's a lot of crunch. There's a lot of crunch. I feel like I paced myself pretty well this game jam. I haven't burnt I don't feel burnt out. I might at the end of today. That said, this isn't the most complete game I've ever made, if I'm being completely honest. I need to add in a little bit of a dialogue. Let's go to level 0. I need a little dialogue that's going to pop up. It's going to be part of our main HUD. So on my HUD, I want to add a little dialogue box down at the bottom. So I'm going to unload this scene here, go back to a 2D view. Let's come up to my HUD. And my HUD, I think, is where I want to add, let's turn off all our gizmos here. I want to add a dialogue that slides up from the bottom and has a little information that comes up to be expressed there. So I'm going to add into my HUD, we're going to create a new empty, and it's going to be called dialogue. And the dialogue, we're going to have it be positioned in the bottom center. And then I'm also going to add into it a panel, I think. Could add it directly to this. A little image. So this is going to be our gray panel. And then it should be sliced. Yeah, like that. So our dialogue is going to be in the bottom center. Like that. We can give it a little bit extra space. Let's have it be in the bottom center. Why do I keep losing it? Bottom center, but stretched all the way across. So in our game window, it'll look like that. And then we'll just give it a little bit space on either side. Let's do 25, maybe 50. 50, get it centered there. And then we'll position it so it's just a little bit above. Let's give it, and then we can have the height sort of pop up here. So we'll have a little dialogue that pops up here. Let's give it a nice little color. Maybe a sort of yellowish color. And we're gonna put some text in there for the player to read and have a little bit of a dialogue box that comes in. So I'll have the dialogue show up. Let's add inside of it the text that we want. So we're gonna add, and I already have a prefab for this, I think. UI. I don't have a prefab for this other text, so we might, I think this text looks a little weird, so we're gonna go with the subtitle text. I'm gonna duplicate this subtitle text. We're gonna change this one to adventure subtitles here. I'm gonna add this down inside of my dialogue so we have the text in there like that. We'll adjust the colors a little bit. And then I also want to make this fill out the entire, it's gonna fill up the whole space with a little bit of padding. Let's get some lorem ipsum so we can test out lorem ipsum so we can see what it looks like there. Also, folks, if you guys don't know, Average Goob is a sponsor of Learn You a Game Jam. Average Game Studios. Go check out Average Game Studio, folks. Sponsor of the 3 runner-up prize. Absolutely incredible human being. Just a god among men. Go check out the Average Group. Why can't I copy and paste this link? Something is going wrong. Control C. It won't let me copy this link. Copy. Paste. Yeah, Twitch won't let me paste that in there. Very, very weird. What's going on with that? Or is Control V just not working anywhere? Control V. Why can't I paste? Copy. Paste. I don't have the option to paste it. Test. Control V is not working. Something's wrong with my keyboard. Billy, wow, welcome to the stream. Great to see you, my friend. Yeah, I can't, my clipboard's not working for some reason. Super weird. Can I do this? That works. I can drag it over there, though. Billy, wow, have you met Billy, wow? They followed me today, you know, Billy Wow. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, control's working. Welcome to the stream, Billy Wow. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's great to see you. Hey, go check out Average Goob. Super weird. Super weird. I wonder if I can use it even with right click is weird, right? All right. Copy. Yeah, I can't copy paste. What is going on? It's not just in this program either. It's everywhere. No, it's just... What the heck? Let me try in a different program. Test. I have like a image on my clipboard. Yeah, I have an image on my clipboard. That's super weird. I need to be able to do a copy paste. Let's go to here. Yeah, I don't want to have to restart my computer. Windows, clipboard, stuck with image. To fix it, something over to settings, system, clipboard, enable. All right. This is annoying. We're gonna switch to our face cam here. Clipboard settings. Save multiple, clear everything except the pinned items. It shows that there's nothing on my clipboard currently. What the heck? I don't know. I don't think I can program without having copy paste abilities. I might have to end the stream so that way I can do it. I'm being bean boozled. What? That's weird. We could use V. You could use the VI copy. Paste. That is insane. All right, let's try that. How do I services? Jormunder, let's restart the clipboard. Is it just called clipboard? Do you know what the name of the service is? And there's like not a search clipboard. It's weird that there's no search option either in here. Standard. Should be clipboard user service. There's no... There it is. Let's try that. Restart. Windows is attempting to restart the following service. Still doesn't work. It is sorted by name. This is crazy. Let me try. It's super weird. Try something here. What the hell? I may just end up ending the stream if I don't have a clipboard. I'm gonna have to restart my computer. It's super weird. Maybe Inkscape is causing it. Inkscape basically took, there it is. Inkscape took over my clipboard. I'd like copied a part of the image there. Crazy that Inkscape took it over. It feels like it shouldn't be allowed to do that. That was wild. Yeah. It commandeered it. I've never had that happen. Let me get my set. I closed a bunch of windows. It started, the beans were boozling me. That's right. We were getting bean boozled. I think there's a board game called Bean Boozled. I can't remember, but I'm 90% sure there's a board game called Bean Boozled. All right. So we were doing some lorem ipsum. Let's go get some lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum. Generator. We were gonna take this text and see what it looks like in our HUD. And we're gonna add a little padding and stuff to this, I believe. Okay. So rather than being centered, we want it to be just alignment at the top there. I'm gonna create an empty parent. And this is just gonna be a container for us. We'll do a vertical layout group. And that way this one...
Seems good.
We're gonna have this take up the full space. But it'll be a little bit easier to add padding here like this. Thank you for the help, everyone. That was super, super interesting. Bottom is 20. We're gonna change the font size. Call this container, like that. We'll have this control the parent width. We can then reduce the size, go down to 18, too small, 24. We'll change the color to black, like that. And then I'm not sure, that should be fine. The color feels very, very harsh still. Redoni, welcome into the stream. Need a Darth Vader helmet. Redeem, right. Great to see you. Intensive Code, welcome back as well. Hope you're having a beautiful day. For this one, would it make sense? No, probably just black. Easiest to read if it's black, right? And keep in mind, it's going to be this size. Ish, it might be in a smaller window. But the top here, let's just do 10. Redoni, thank you for the hat. Working on the Arkanoid clone at the moment. Found lovely asset on itch. Oh, nice. Nice. Glad to hear it. Let's get this little hat added. Let's get a hat added on here. Thank you so much for the hat, Redoni. And we'll say this, that we're gonna make it so that there isn't an overflow. Let's see, is the parent here? Yeah, the parent looks fine. And we'll say that overflow, wrapping disabled, wrapping enabled. Isn't overflow masking? Shouldn't it? We have pages. I don't want to overflow, I just want it to hide. I could add in a mask. paragraph. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I'm just gonna make sure that we don't have too much text in there. Is probably what we need to do. Fear again, congratulations on 26, my friend. Does Itch have free assets? Yeah, there are free assets on Itch. Fear again, I hope you've been well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, my friend. All right, so we want to add in a little dialogue, and then potentially, what do we want to have in here? I guess we should have a button you can click or press enter, have it say press enter to continue. But we're gonna have some text in here that shows up and the dialogue will pop up and just appear. We could add a little portrait, but I don't think I have time to add in a portrait for the character there. And the text is essentially gonna look something like this. Use the arrow keys or arrow keys, WASD, or analog stick to move. Something like this. We can also make this container here. This is why I didn't quite want this. Let's move this image down to this here, because we can make it so that this has a size fitter. And the horizontal fit will do preferred, no, not that. We'll do preferred size on this. And we're gonna add the image. Let's take this image, we'll remove this here. We're gonna add the image onto this one. And then the dialogue will resize appropriately like that. Walks in. Thank you for being here. Great to have you. Zerp. Zerp, 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 zerp. Thank you for the follow. Zerp, 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 zerp. Your name is confusing. Your name is great, you know. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna go with Zerp. Zerp, zerp. What a fun name. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. Great panel, and then we'll give it a little bit of a tanness. There we go. We will make it so that horizontal fit. Let's add in layout element, preferred width. Is like that, yeah. And we'll add a little bit of, and we'll be down at the bottom actually. Perfect, perfect. Let's add in some padding at the bottom. So I have a little dialogue that pops up like that. It'll be perfectly fit. As more text comes in, it will resize that box as necessary. Okay. So we can have that. We can even have the text be centered. Can I make this? Yeah, I guess it'll just be fine. It's fine to be over on the right side there. Let's add in a second option here. This will be our vertical flow. And we'll have the text press enter to continue. Or feels like maybe that will always be on the screen, something that clears it off. All right, let's get this dialogue to show up. Let's create a dialogue controller. Okay, so let's come down to our UI settings. Let's create a UI. Create a folder called dialogue. And create a script called dialogue controller, like that. And this is gonna have what we need to be able to set the text inside of those others. So we can access this and send information to the dialogue controller. We can set text, it'll have it show up, have it hide there. So our dialogue controller is going to need to have a couple methods. It needs to have a reference, public text mesh pro UGUI. So then be our text. I'm gonna add an animator so it'll slide up as well. So public animator animator like this, and we'll have a little animation that when we get text, it'll actually slide out, and when we're done with the text, it'll slide down. So it'll show up, and so we can see it, and it'll hide. Maybe we'll put little signs too, so you walk to a sign and have the little dialogue show up. But we can have it show and hide. Okay, so we want to have a public void show string message, and we'll do a public void hide like that. These are the way we're going to interact with this. Granger, welcome back to the stream. Is public like var to make a variable? Public specifies what public is. I probably shouldn't be making these public. Public specifies where you can access this in your code. In Unity, making it public is the easiest way to add it to the inspector. So public is the easiest way to add it to the inspector. And so you'll see I have an animator here. I have a text here now. So it's the easiest way to add them in there. I could, typically you don't want your variables to be public. This makes it kind of global and anyone can access these. So I'm being kind of, yeah, it's a scope thing. Exactly, Deep Renegade. Public makes it accessible everywhere. Private would keep it in this local context. So I could only access it between this scope here. What I probably should do, the reason I'm doing it is I might want to access it other places later. You might do something like this that says people can see this thing but not set the value. This is C#, yeah. Hunted Storm with another hat. Let's get another hat on this head. Thank you for the hat. Thank you so much for the hat. And then when we do an awake, we're gonna do our animator equals get component animator, and our text is gonna be equal to get component in. I think I need to actually wire this up directly, because we might have some different text fields in there. Princess Leia double hair buns. Intensive code. Some great ideas for some redeems. Some great ideas for some redeems. So this is going to be our text here. I'm going to rename this dialogue text. And I'm going to add an animator. I don't need it yet, but let's go ahead and add in an animator. And we're going to end up adding in the animation to make this thing pop out, which I think will be fun. I've been learning about animations and maybe going a little bit overboard with it, but let's go ahead and do that real quick. Dialogue, show. All right, so we'll have a show dialogue. We'll have it slide out. And so for show, all we got to do is we'll adjust our anchored position here like this. And so we're going to start off screen. So off screen would be negative something. I'm realizing that there's going to be a minor issue with this. Our anchored position should actually be... This is interesting. I need to know the size of this thing. So I'm not sure we can do it with an easy animation in here. Let's go overboard. As long as we keep this small. Yeah, because we don't actually know the size, because we might have more text, so we don't have the size. So the animation makes it a little bit difficult to do. What I might do is I just might make this thing big enough. How do you do the text, by the way? When you say, how do you do the text? How do I add in here? I created a text and I can just add the text in here. Hello world. So there's a text input. So I'm using a Text Mesh Pro text. Is that what you're asking? Oh, the button flashes, those are animations. Yeah, so I just learned about this. All right, so you're specifically asking about like, how do I get this to happen? Let's look at that button. Great question. So if I go to my title screen canvas here, I have a menu with a button. So my play button here has an animation for highlighted. This when I hover over it. So this is the animation that plays when my mouse is over it. So it plays that animation. This is the animation that plays when it gets pressed. Yeah, so I just added in an animation to it. And then I just apply that to all of these. They're all prefabs, so they all get used here. So I learned how to do that this iteration. I've never done animations before now. I feel slightly foolish that I never did. So instead of, all right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Let's make it so that this dialogue, instead of sliding up, I want it to slide up, but I don't know how to do it that way. So instead, I'm gonna do it in the following way. I'm gonna have this scale here. It'll look kind of like it's sliding up because it's gonna start out invisible like this, and it's gonna go to 1. So it's gonna slide up like that. And then if I happen to have more text in there, it will still scale up like that. So that's one way to do it. I could also have it scale on that way, so it like comes out like that. Ooh, I like that. What do you guys think of that? So that's gonna be our animation for when text gets displayed. Text show. So this is our show animation. And then the hide will just be the reverse. The hide, I'll just play it in reverse. So if I go into my animator controller, let's get rid of the text here. In the past, I would have like programmed all of that. So these animations are really, really useful to be able to add in. Okay, so we'll have a show here. Let's go into my animator controller. And I'm gonna add a second state here. So I kind of need to add a few states. We're gonna create a state. This is gonna be our default state and it has nothing. So this is just like idle. There's nothing here, it does nothing. But we're gonna add in some parameters here. There's gonna be one called show. And we're gonna say that when this trigger goes off, this shouldn't be a Boolean, this needs to be a trigger. We're gonna add in a trigger, show. Then we're gonna add in another trigger called hide. And the hide is just gonna be the reverse animation. So let's duplicate this. We're gonna call this hide. And this one is gonna play in reverse. And the hide here is like this. So we can actually test this out now. So if I'm in play mode, I do show. Oh, I need to set it so that it doesn't loop. So I need to turn off the loop on those. Let's come over here to our dialogue. Show does not loop. Okay. And so when I get a hide, show, hide, that's what we have there. Really easy tool to add in this like pretty nice little dialogue here. Really quite simple to do it. The one thing now with our idle, we just want to make the default dialogue here. The dialogue size, essentially, we want it to start out at 0, 0, so we don't see it if it's on idle. Yeah, I'm using it for all kinds of things now. Boom, get the menu to show up, have it slide out. Want to show some dialogue? Boom, little animation. Just like these little things you can do to make it like super simple, but add in that. It looks so polished. This background here, I did that as an animation. Everything I want to add in, like you can have the colors changing as an animation. We can make dark fuel have like a light shining across it as an animation. It's like so easy to add in these things that make it feel super juicy, yeah. Exactly, have it sort of rotating back and forth. You could create a little title screen. it's so, the animation is so powerful. I wish I had learned it sooner. I wish I had learned about using them sooner, utilizing it sooner. Can I pack? I want to figure out a way. I've seen interesting things where the controller has the animations embedded in it. I do want to learn how to do that, but there's no time. No time. Okay. So what I can do now is in my level, I can add things that go to my HUD and will show a dialogue. And in my dialogue, I need to have a button that lets us close the dialogue. Wait for, oh, hang on. I don't have, show message needs to do the following. Show message here. Maybe I do some styling for my menu. Do it. I want to make it. I'd never seen anyone. I'm going to make a video about this. I want to make some tutorials about these things, or not necessarily tutorials, but videos showing what I've learned with animators. I've never seen this in a video somewhere. I'm like, it's always about programming and adding in complex stuff. What can we do? How can we utilize the engine in a way that we don't, and part of it is I probably just didn't know what to look for, but how can we utilize it in a way that you do a lot less? Mono behavior is a type. That's what you can attach to game objects. So mono behaviors are things that we can attach over here. So you'll notice I have an animation sound effect. This is a mono behavior. I can attach it as a component. So in an ECS, entity component system, your components are, they call them behaviors, so they're things that the game objects do. Is there a built-in way to do font outlines? Yeah, check it out. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So if I come over to my play button, you'll notice my play button, I'm zooming in the wrong spot. My play button has this outline, right? This is actually a shadow. But if I come down into the text here, pull the inspector out here so it's a little bit easier to see. Maybe make it bigger. Outline. You can just do it here. Let's say I wanted to change the thickness. Boom, easy. I can change it. Do I want the color? Do I want to be a different color? Boom, easy. Yeah, so how do you utilize your tools? I often say that I personally lean so heavily. My coding skills I trust. And so I end up leaning very heavily on my programming skills rather than utilizing the features built into the tool. So all the animations I've done in the past, I have done through coding. Exactly. Unity, the game engine, I'm fighting the engine a lot of the time. How can the engine and I coexist in a way that makes things nice and useful? Without checking the toolbox first. Yeah. You can have a lot of fun doing that, but is it the most effective way to do what you want to do? It's hard to say. Okay. So my show here, so my show is going to do dialogue text equals. I kind of want to have this thing called visible, so I want to be able to change the text is equal to message, and then we're going to do animator dot set trigger show. Then here we just do a hide. Did I call it show and hide? And we can test this out a little bit as well. But now I just got to call the show and hide. So in my first scene here, let's go to my level 1, level 0 really. Let's open up level 0. So we're gonna have this dialogue pop up when this level starts. So I'm gonna I need to add in some extra stuff. I'm probably gonna hack it in here, but let's add in I'm gonna create a thing called like a dialogue trigger. So there's gonna be a component when you step into a spot, it's a dialogue trigger, the dialogue will show up. will lock the character, and then when you press a button, it'll hide it and unlock the character. That's the idea. Roiku, welcome to the stream. Congratulations on your number 20. Under 30, that's right, baby. Under 30. Just wait till you're my age. I'm almost 18. I'm almost 18. For the second time. I'm turning 18 again this year. Anti-Jacob, it's going well. We are working on adding in here, let's do a public void test. Here, let's do public void show like this, just so you guys can see it. So we can test it. Button show. Make this a button hide. We are adding in a little bit of dialogue here. You're celebrating your 21st birthday, or the anniversary of your 21st birthday. You're 21 years old with some life experience. So we're working on adding in a dialogue here. Creating a little dialogue system to have these dialogues pop up. So we're gonna make it so that these can pop up. When you step in a certain location, we'll have a dialogue show up. And then when this shows up, it'll lock. There'll be a little button you can click to close it. Or if you press enter to continue or something, we'll have it close. But that's what we're doing right now, to have little explanations for the user. Okay. So I'm in the process of I want to create these triggers. So I'm going to create an empty. And this is just going to be a triggered event. So it's like a dialogue triggered event. Let's go to 3D view here. And the dialogue trigger, let's add a trigger to it. Add component, box collider. And we're gonna make it take up a full tile here. It's interesting that this doesn't snap. I can't snap in edit mode, which always bothers me a little bit. But we're gonna make it so that way. Can I just make this? I think these are 5 by 5. Yeah. There we go. All right, so we're gonna just add a trigger, and I'm gonna make this object called dialogue trigger. Dialogue trigger. And what we'll do is when the player enters this space, we're gonna add a component. And not ESDF, it's so that your pinky can reach the shift key. That's the main reason. It's so your pinky can reach the shift key. Should you make it the full width of the room in case they don't run forward first? I'm gonna put it in the actual, I'm gonna actually move it so it's where they start. When the player spawns, it'll show up there. Yeah, so it's actually gonna be there. I'm just not sure. Yeah. I'm kind of not sure where the players, when the player spawns in, I kind of think that their body check is in that spot. So I need to do something a little bit better, because I actually think this capsule, let's watch it over here. I'm pretty sure that capsule is actually gonna hit that position before this does. So we need to do something about the capsule being able to collide with it. So notice that the actual collider that's with the player isn't actually matching with the actual animation. So I gotta figure something out about that. I think we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yes, I want us to have it start there. Let's create a script. All right, so we're gonna script. We're gonna create a dialogue trigger controller like this. And the dialogue trigger controller. Thank you, Deep Space Renegade. We had a lot of fun making that yesterday. Okay. So this one's going to be public void on trigger enter collider other. And we're going to say if the other is the player, then we want to go get our HUD. So public void, and there's a little bit of a hackiness to this. Public HUD controller. I wonder if this will exist yet. It will if we start from the main menu. Oh, the level controller has it. All right, we'll go to level controller then. Level controller. Level controller equals find first object by type level controller. I'm using this like as a singleton. In the past, I've done things using static. This feels better. This feels better. Time to implement the. I already have one of those. Hunted Storm. I do have one of those. My main scene has that. So you'll notice when my game starts up, if the HUD doesn't exist, the HUD gets loaded in. So I do have a main scene. So you'll notice when I start here, my main scene does load in like that. So my level controller dot HUD dot dialogue. All right, so let's go to our HUD. Our HUD's gonna need to reference this HUD controller. So this is gonna have a public dialogue controller. And when this thing wakes up, dialogue controller. Dialogue. I'm just gonna do dialogue. Gonna be equal to find first object by type dialogue controller debug.assert dialogue is not equal to null. So make sure that we have one. Now in our dialogue trigger controller, we can just do public dialogue controller dialogue is going to be equal to our level controller dot HUD dot dialogue. So we just have like a little shorthand for it, dialogue dot show, and then we'll have a little message that we want to show. So this will be our public string message like that. I guess I made it a capital M. I'm doing some really bad C# coding practices. I feel a little bit dirty about it, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna try not to worry too much about it. So our dialogue trigger here, dialogue trigger controller, it should automatically find. This is why having this doesn't matter, because it's just gonna get set. This is mostly for debugging purposes, so I can see what it happens to set it to. And the message we wanted to put here is move dark fuel by using the arrow keys, WASD, or an analog stick. Okay, so when I start up the level, it's not on the right layer. Technically, I can make it a room collider or a ground. Maybe? Maybe? Interesting. Am I not colliding with it? Or maybe I have something wrong with the name here. This seems to not be debug dot. Oh, I know why. Other dot rigid body dot tag. That's what it is. Because the collider isn't the player, it's the rigid body that's the player. I should have put the debug log in there, because now if it doesn't work, still doesn't work. Hang on. Debug.log triggered. I could also just be having, it might be wrong. Let's go look, double check. Unity trigger entered. Oh, on trigger enter. Okay, I have the name wrong. This is where like an extension that this is where Visual Studio out of the box works a little bit better. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've done that incorrectly. All right, so I actually don't mind it showing up there like that. Okay. We step in, it shows it again, so there's a little bit of something. All right. Trigger, get rid of that. When we exit, public void on trigger exit. We'll do a dialog.hide. And this is where I want my dialogue. I actually need to say, like, if we're already showing it. And again, it should be if the player's exiting. There we go. And then I can make a little information, like a question mark tile that will have information. Perfect. Okay. Not too bad. Let's create another dialogue trigger. This will be movement info. This one is going to be jump info. Jump info. This one we'll change. We're going to move this sort of on this button here. And then we'll expand the box out a little bit. Let's make it 7.25. So when you get close to this button, it's not in those next tiles that it'll show, but when you get close to the buttons, jump by pressing space, the space bar, or Y on space bar, Y, or triangle. Smash that button. All right, there we go. And then in this room, we'll add a little dialogue that says, collect the magic bean to finish your mission. Ooh, this is all off-centered. That's funny that it's all off-centered. Let's fix that. Apparently I didn't notice it was off-centered. There we go. And then we'll add in another dialogue here. Apparently I didn't put these. Where did I put them? I guess technically they don't need to be out there. We're gonna move these into room 1. Duplicate you, put you in room 2. Ooh, I should have made this a prefab first. Let's go ahead and go into a prefab now. And then prefabs. We'll rename this dialogue trigger. We'll move this in here. We'll say collect the beans to finish the level. Collect the bean to finish the level. All right, so just a little bit of a tutorial stage here. Like that. So when will you become a millionaire with game sales, Tommy Luco? You know, maybe I'll sell a game someday. I'm gonna make this box higher. Let's see. Bean collect bean info. Jump info, let's make this box be a little bit taller. So that when we jump out of it, it doesn't turn off. Collect the bean to finish the level. There we go. All right, let's try it from the main scene, make sure everything feels okay. What's gonna happen, I'm pretty sure, is my character, we're gonna get that dialogue showing too early, but let's try it. Let's go to our main scene here. Just go the science professor route way, have your students do all your legwork under your name, rake in the dough. That's right, that's right. That's okay, this seems all right. It's a good dig, it's a good dig. I want to make this box take up this whole room except for that topmost area. Let's go back to level. It feels that way. I've known people that, not all professors do that, but it absolutely feels that way sometimes. I've met some pretty, what would be the word to describe them? Morally gray humans who absolutely have done that. All right, let's go with 10, 15, 25. 25, 25, 2, 3, 3, 4. It's hard to tell how tall this thing is. 5. Is that in there? Do I need to be 6? Let's go 6 just to be sure. I don't think the majority of them are doing that. For what it's worth, I did a PhD program. I feel like most of my professors were morally good people. It was worse when I was working as an intern at a place where research was really, really important, the basis. Jormunder, I did not finish my PhD program. No. It wasn't for me. Okay. There we go. So that's sort of like the whole... That's the whole tutorial level, right? So we could add a little bit more. I want to add in something that explains the coffee cup. Yeah. So I worked at a place as an intern doing research for 2 years, and the person I was working for there was great, but there were several, the department I worked in, I worked for someone first and then asked to switch to a different mentor. And my first mentor had kind of written the paper and wanted the data to look a specific way. And so when we were writing our simulations, the professor would be like, the data isn't saying what I want it to say. We need to get it to say this other thing. And that felt really, really wrong to me. I got my name on plenty of stuff. Fair, that's tough stuff. Too bad though, Dr. Kemper would be fun to say. Dr. Captain Coder, yeah. So what I want to do is when we move into these spots, I just want a dialogue to show up to tell you what ability you have. Level 1. So over here, let's go ahead and save this. And so when you're in this spot, it'll say like coffee, like what type of coffee we have acquired. And so we're gonna add in a dialogue controller here. Go and put you in room 4. Make sure it's in a pretty good spot. We'll center that. Yeah, so there's some bad research that people do. Officially, I don't have a high school degree. That's okay. John over on YouTube, great to see you, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Make the results match a hypothesis. The reason my father-in-law left college. I will say most of the people I did work with in college didn't do that. When I was doing research, very few people did that. It was only when I was working at for-profit places that I saw that. So it was for-profit places I saw people making the data say things. The non-profit places I've worked, they didn't try and massage data because they were out there to try and get stuff. Yeah, so that was an interesting thing. Also, working as a expert witness on some law cases, I've seen some really shady stuff there too. ASMR, if I'm doing sound effects for my games, if they're gonna be mouth sounds, do it. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really trust data. I've seen a lot of papers like that. On the plus side, our AI overlords are being trained on a bunch of lies. I don't know that you can't trust data. Data doesn't say anything. Or you mean you can't trust, like, data collection methods are really interesting. So one of my favorite books that shows why you can't trust data or you should be skeptical of data is a book called Invisible Women. And that book is all about how all the data we have for medical science is almost entirely for white men. And we have really, really bad medical science for women and BIPOC people, right? So people who are not white males in the United States and in a lot of other places in the world get really, really bad medical advice because the data has not been researched well on other people, whether intentionally or not. Yeah, huge oversight. The YouTube doesn't show up in the chat. I ran into like weird issues where getting the chat to combine, people could send nasty links from YouTube and they'd end up showing up on Twitch. So I haven't done it. Yeah. There's some major issues here. Okay. So when we come here, we're gonna say dark. What this is like, jumping bean coffee. Dark, double the height of dark fuels jump. So now when we get this spot here, it will explain that now you can jump twice as high. So we'll be able to, so this level here, I honestly feel like these falling blocks, I think people are going to be able to figure that out. All right, so we just have a little thing here that explains what happens. All right, I think that's good enough for the jam game. Controls feel so weird in this form. You trust me for some reason? Look, trust me if you want. All right, there's a little bit of a weirdness there. Oh, me too. I we got to thank Lance. All right, let's add in a commit. Sure, add or beat. Implement dialogue controller. Okay, so now we want to maybe add in another. Lance, you're the one that kept me doing 3D animation. I was about to leave. I was going to stop doing 3D, so you kept me from giving up prematurely. I was I was going to switch about 2 days in to doing a multiplayer game because I was just going like, oh my god, I can't do the 3D stuff. It's too frustrating. I don't know how to proceed. And Lance basically said, no, just, keep going. You motivated me to keep going. So I feel very, very happy about that. Let's create one more. I mean, this feels fine. This feels fine. Let's make another level. Let's make another level. Let's make a second type of coffee, a second type of bean water. So let's go over to our scenes. We're gonna create a level 2. And at least we'll have a few levels. We'll have at least a few levels to go through. And then maybe we can add in some more stuff. Good luck, Hunted Storm. D&D and dinner, it's gamer dev time. Nice. Nice, looking forward. Lance giving the captain motivation, which motivated some other people to make some games. It's all, pay it forward, right? Pay it forward. Level 2. Okay, yeah. We're just gonna make another, so the idea in this level, let's make another level here. We want to have a coffee that makes you move faster. Rather than jumping higher, it makes the player move faster. So we need something. So my idea is we'll start in a level here. In which we have to run fast to make it to a new section of the level. All right. So we're gonna have the level. Let's delete some of these rooms. All right. I don't need to reuse these rooms. Let's delete. Let's keep room. We'll just duplicate rooms here. Delete these rooms. Just a real quick 3D Blender model. Every time I say that, it's 9 days later. Learn your game first, Jam. I was motivated to join. Lance, I'm so glad. Your game was awesome. I can't wait to see what you turn in this time. Are you being paid by Big Coffee per chance? Have you done much UV unwrapping in Blender, by the way? Not in Blender, but I've done UV stuff directly in Unity. I have been using very simple textures for this. So there's so much, there's always going to be more to learn, right? There's always going to be more to learn. What I want to do is I want to create a room 2. All right, we're going to have a room 2. We'll pull this across. And in room 2, I want to create a area that the player isn't able to jump far enough. Having been paid by Big Hat. Oh no, they're on to me. They're on to me. Big Hat's gonna get you. All right, so let's make it so we can come into this room. In this room, I want to have the player, okay, we're gonna put this here. We're gonna have, you're not gonna be fast enough to make a jump. So even with the double jump, you won't be able to make it far enough. All right, let's increase the size of this room by 1. Pull that out like that. We're gonna move this wall back here. Okay. And we gotta make sure we can still see the whole room. We'll get rid of this button. We will have another button though. So you're gonna come up. Maybe I make the door higher. Ooh, maybe I haven't done anything like that where we have the like elevation in the room. But my idea here is that we're gonna have a jump that you can't make like this. This is my main idea here. Is this is gonna be too high to make it past. So you'll need to be able to run and jump to be able to make this jump here. Let's connect these doors. Let's get rid of these doors real quick. Get rid of the door. So we can just come through. Oh, we gotta make this wall non-existent as well. Let's grab the tile there. Thank you for the hat, Jormunder. Let's get a hat added to this stack. My poor dog is whining. I can hear my dog whining. It's like, it's time for a walk. The dog knows. The dog knows what's up. Let's create just an opening here. So we don't have to have a door. Just an opening we can come through. Let's delete this button as well. Have a door we can come through. Okay. We can't make this jump. All right, so you not gonna be able to make that jump. You got to be able to jump over there to get in there. Oh no! Can't see the screen. There we go. Sorry about that. The W word. All right, so we're gonna create a new ability that the player can use to jump over this wall. All right, be able to jump high enough. So we got to increase the player's speed a little bit. So let's create a new ability. Let's go into our data. We're gonna rename this one is jumping bean coffee. And then this other one, I don't know what a good name for the fast moving coffee should be. Oh, the walk. Oh, I guess for Hazel, Dusty doesn't go crazy when he knows what walk is. He doesn't go crazy. He's an observer. We have a dog that knows, he can see when you're gonna take a walk. So you can say walk to him and talk to him. It doesn't affect him. Hazel, the word walk affects her. I gotta stop. The dog learned to recognize it. Dusty knows the word, but he also knows the context in which we're saying it, which is super cool. Caffeine rush or full-leaded bean water. All right, it's gonna be full-leaded bean water. We're gonna add in the jump height is gonna just be normal. So we have no ability 3.75, 3.75. We have to add in to this script actually a speed. So I didn't realize I hadn't added this in here yet. I like Bolt Brew more. Bolt Brew, I like that. Float speed. The default speed is 12, so we're gonna add it in there. Bolt Brew, I like that. Let's see if we can. Just happening to my inner Stanley. Bolt Brew, I like it. Rather than full-leaded Bolt Brew coffee. And this one's going to give us a speed of 20. So it's going to boost up our speed here. So in our player controller, that's not what I meant. In our player controller, player movement controller, we need to reference private player ability data. Ability, player components dot ability, like this. And then down here, rather than doing, I'm gonna get rid of speed. And this is gonna be ability dot speed. So we can swap out these speeds based on what we have. About 165 words, average dog can consistently respond to 89 words or phrases. Wow. I feel like our dog is smarter than the average bear. Dogs and cats understand more than people think. Have you seen Pets talking buttons? I have seen that. The talking buttons are super cool. I'm not convinced. I'm not fully convinced on if they actually work. I'm not fully convinced if they actually work. Rather than having this door here, I want to put a button. I'm going to put a button up top that you have to press when you get up there. So having the door behind, what I'm realizing is the player falling back there, you're not going to be able to see it. So just from a level design perspective, I don't want the room to go that far because the player's going to end up stuck behind that. If I have a camera rotation or more time to make it so you could see, like add a shadow shader so you could see behind there, I would. Rodian David, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. Happy Monday. So we're going to make a few levels here. But instead, I'm going to put a button up here that we have to press. But let's see if that speed is enough to get us up there. So if I come over to my player, let's make sure we can still move. All right, we can still move. Let's add in a player. I have so much stuff going on here. Player ability. Sorry, Bolt Brew Coffee. There we go. Look how much faster we can move. We probably need to change the animation speed as well. But with the Bolt Brew, we can almost make it up there. There we go. We can. All right. So Bolt Brew. We could. I wish I had so much more time because we could make it so that the player, there's like a stream coming off the player as well. When they're running, we can make that effect also. Well, I do need to add in a door frame there on that door, so you can see the exit back. We'll add a door in a moment. Cool. Duh, happy Tuesday. I keep saying Monday. I'm so sorry, Rodion. For my mistake. Points all. I'm on summer break. Let's give everyone 500 points. Did he drink an espresso? He drank some Bolt Brew. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's add a door in here. Let's add a door. All right, so we're gonna add a door. And we're gonna add in a transparent door. And so these two doors need to be connected. Door controller. I'm gonna add this to all of these. Really what I should do is, hang on. Undo. I want to create a door pair combo. Let's create a new game object over here. Create empty, door pair. Because every door needs to come with a second door that is transparent. Add a door. We're gonna add a transparent door. Hang on. What happened? Door. Transparent door. All right, and we're gonna make this door pair. So I keep having trouble like combining these together. And the door pair, we're gonna come in, we're gonna do a door controller on one. We're gonna do a door controller on the other. And then we combine the doors like this. Door. I'm gonna make this a prefab that I can just pull in when I need a door pair. Apparently these are not in the center though. Where's this door pair even? Some crazy place. And then we'll rotate them up like that. And then we have the door pair combo and we can move them into position from there. All right, create a door pair. Perfect. All right, so now that I have a door pair, we can do that. Gee, happy Tuesday. Stop it. So we'll take this door pair. I thought you were making fun of me. I keep saying happy Monday to everyone and I keep messing up. No worries. I thought you were making fun of me because I just said happy Monday and then someone says, no, it's Tuesday. So I've been saying happy Monday all day. Gee, I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad we are on the same page. Apparently, why is the snap so awkward on this? Oh no, that's the right position. There we go. It just looked weird for a second. All right, then we want to move the first door into room 1. Why is this so difficult? Not room 2. Make it so we can't edit room 2. Get rid of... There we go. Add this to room 1. We want to unpack to get these separated. Now we can pull it out. Door. And then room 2 will have the other door. So we have them in the right spot and they're connected now. Then we need to add a button for that door. I guess we don't need a button. I could probably make a thing where it says it just starts open. Maybe we do that. Yeah. I like that. Because sometimes I just want a door frame. So let's do it in public bool start open equals false. Elite Stomper, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. It's been a while. How the heck have you been? It's wonderful to see you. Void start if start open, then we will do open like that. How have you been? It's wonderful to have you here with us, Elite Stomper. What have you been working on? All right, so now I can select this door and sell it to start open, and then it should open both of them. Start open. All right, so now when I enter this room, it opens up for us. It's interesting that it plays it closing and then opening back up, but now we have that in here like that. So we'll have that door frame. Apparently I can just walk through. Oh, okay. It looked like I could walk through. I thought the door was in a weird spot there for a second. Good move to Unreal a while back and loving it so far. Taking more art classes than Blender sculpting. I'm learning about Blender myself. I want to do some Unreal stuff. Not the only reason. The main reason I'm using Unity here is because of web builds. I really trust Unity's web builds. What I want to do now is I want to add in a button. All right, so we won't be able to jump up here. I want to add in a button that will open up this door here. So let's create a button. I have my button prefab. Maybe? Oh, that's like a screen button. Here we go. I should make this like called the door button. So I have a button here that's red. And this one, I want to connect it to this door over here. Let's property this out. Get this second window open. I'm going to click on this door. And what we'll do is when we press this button, it'll open the door. And I want to make this button orange. All right, so I'm going to take this button, move it into room 2. And then the actual color, let's go find this texture. I can modify it directly. Let's go find this orange texture, orange. There we go. So we'll make that button there. So we should be able to come in, press this button. Ooh, no reference. Oh, this door didn't have a neighbor for it. So let's actually use our door pair. The UI is changing color sometimes. So when I'm in play mode, it's telling me when I'm in play mode. Yeah. So that way, if you make edits in play mode, they don't get saved. So that's what's going on there. So I'll put a door pair here. And then door 1 will be in room 1. Oh, we gotta unpack it. Let's delete this door pair. Unpack. Move this up to room 1. And then this other door, we don't have a room for it yet, but they are paired up. And so, a little bit confusing, door to room 3. And then I can take this door to room 3 and we'll make this call open like that. Yeah, so I modified the color here so that when I know when I'm in play mode, that's what's going on there. What seems to be the help you need? Does it look like I need help? Well, I need that's in room 3, which doesn't exist yet. We can press that and it'll open it up here. And then there's gonna be a coffee in this one. Yeah, Unity New Vegas filter. All right, let's take this room and we're gonna duplicate this room and just pull it off over here. And in this room, this is gonna be room 3. Room 3. Let's go ahead and delete this door. Let's close this door hole. like that. Let's put a door hole here. It's in a bad spot there. I guess we gotta move this over. Create a door hole. Apparently I missed a little bit. Grab that. And that. Oh boy. I gotta move this. Door hole ready must be Well, there's not a door, it's a hole to where I can put a door. That's why I'm calling it a door hole. Because there will be a door there, but there's no door yet. Here, let me pull. It'll be easier if I pull the door hole up first. Why can't I click on this here? There we go. There we go. So now I should be able to move these like that. See? There's a hole for a door. There's a hole for a door. Zombie, welcome back. How you been, Mr. Zombie? Hope you're doing beautifully well. We're having so much fun here making door holes. My office door hole needs a door. The door hole pin. Let's do this. Ah! Gotta switch to, it's in a weird editing mode here. There we go. Bean, 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 bean. Bean, bean, bean. We're gonna put some coffee in here. Let's move room 3 over. Like this. Apparently, don't understand why sometimes I don't move quite on the axis I want. It's a hole that happens to be a door shape, yeah. All right, we're gonna put a coffee, so we'll have a kettle. Do I not have a full, well, I called it power up. There we go. I have a power up that we're gonna add into this room here. So room 3, we'll power up. Let's move our transparent door into here as well. So our power up. Let's go ahead and rotate this. That's scale. What's the hotkey for rotate tool? And I can do it. There we go. I did it. Why can't I get that to rotate properly? I guess I can manually. Oh, the pivot point is messed up on that. Okay, so I want these, the center of this object. Let's edit this directly. Create empty. I want to be able to see that pivot. Why can't I see the pivot? There it is. Ah, these are in like a really weird spot. Okay, let's fix that. They need to be relative. I'm gonna struggle to do this. Why did it move that way? There we go. I think that's our pivot there. Yes, okay. There we go. So now if I go back to our scene, if I move this, it'll be there, and now I should be able to rotate. There we go. If I do 90, negative 90, I should be able to position this better. Why is it? Oh my goodness. It's still not in the right spot, because this needs to be partially back. Ugh, I'm frustrated. Here, let's fix this. Here, that should be there. This should be here. and then we want to apply all by going to my power up prefab here. I think we'll be okay there. R is busy for scale R and S is unused. I don't know. Make sure you go back to the old level and set them in the right. I don't think it'll actually modify them there because they have specific things to it. But yeah, we'll double check in level 1 real quick. I only used it once. Okay, thank you for the heads up. I thought that wouldn't affect it, but it did. Good call. It's only used in one place. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go to level 2. And now we can move this to... Why is it that way? I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh no, why is the offset? Why is this? I have pivot. That's why. I'm moving it from the center. All right, now it's from the pivot. Okay. All right, I was gonna lose my mind there for a moment. Let's put this coffee here. This particular power up is gonna give us the Bolt Brew. And then the power up, I should also go in and add in. All right, so in our power up, we want to add in a dialogue thing as well. And we'll put it right there. Why is that being an issue as well? All right, there we go. And that way we'll have that in there. Let's go back to level 1 again. So we can have our dialogue here. This one's gonna say, this one is Bolt Brew. Dark fuel moves twice as fast. Okay. At least according to the list I looked at, are you able to change the color of the pot for the power up? Yeah, so we can change the color of the power up. We can change the color of the pot too, that'd be easy. In hindsight, I wish I had streamed my entire game dev journey for this gem. I would have saved my time. Me typing words, just point to the VODs. That's part of what I'm gonna do. Is like, you can watch the live stream here. I'm gonna create a couple videos explaining what I learned in Blender and animations in Unity. So I'm gonna create today, my plan is to create some videos for that. Let's go back to level 1. Look, lazy maybe, but gets the job done. Maybe. All right, so this dialogue trigger here. Let's take this here. And our power up, we can just modify this. And then we can get rid of this dialogue like that. Let's go to level 2. And we're gonna put some beans up on this high point in this level. We're gonna delete this door. Or maybe have a button that goes to another section in this level. We're gonna click on this door just to keep it simple. These are like the first levels. These are the learning levels. You're learning the different mechanics in the game. Okay, so we have the speed here. Let's take our bean. We're gonna move the beans to this back wall. Like this. So we're gonna just duplicate a couple beans here. Got 5 beans to collect up there on the wall. Let's delete these. Like that. We'll add some colors in here in a moment once I'm sure this is the way I want the level laid out. Okay. Delete this door. Let's bring this down. Here. Codex, how you been? I been well. I'm one of the least lazy people on Twitch. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes I feel pretty lazy. I feel like I'm relatively motivated. My beans gonna get moved to this level. Hang on, my beans are in room 1. Thank you for the hat. Let's get a hat added in here. Give me just a moment to move my beans. Dances with Dirt. Thank you so much for the hat. I appreciate it. Lazy, I don't think is the right word. Thank you for the hat. I think I tend to be highly motivated, and I have a lot of strategies for dealing with depression. So for me, I think a lot of times laziness gets depression gets confused with laziness. Depression can make you really unmotivated. Not as easily distractible as you. All right, we're gonna press this button. It's gonna open up this door. Bolt Brew, Darkfield moves twice as fast. Good thing my position is all messed up now. Let's change the color of the dark fuel as well. Bolt Brew. All right, my Bolt Brew. We can change the material, so we're gonna duplicate this. Call this Bolt Brew, and we'll make it a slightly different color, like that. And I think this applies to everything. Bolt Brew. I think this will work. Make you a workaholic? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so it's all about trying not to burn out. All right, so we should be able to come in, collect this. Oh, it changes the color in the cup or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm not actually using this material. We'll figure it out. Now we can move twice as fast to make these big jumps. And then we get the beans like that. Okay. All right, so we have a level 2. I actually think I want to make this level 1 and the other one level 2. The effects don't stack. The effects don't stack. We could make like combinations effect that make it look like they stack. And you get bean warped. Yeah, we got to fix this animation. I don't know what happened with it. Let's go back to, let's go to our scenes. And I want to act, this actually I want to be level 2. So this is going to be level 2. This is going to be level 1. When we finish this level, we will go to level 2. Let's make sure we add these to our build settings. Like that. Let's go to our main. Let's play through what we got. Okay, I want to, all right, the movement is that like that for me. Yeah, so we get warped to the next level. Then we come in, press this to open this door. Bolt Brew, Dark Fuel moves twice as fast, and so now you'll be able to make this jump like that. Okay. I gotta get rid of, apparently there's a little thing here that is triggering this to show up. Jumping Bean Coffee. I need to move that back. Is there an easy way to make that animation smoother so it looks like it's pointing to the cup instead of just past it? Oh, I put the animation, it's because I modified the prefab. We're gonna fix that, yeah. It was working better. The parenting, see my mug is, oh, it's in the right spot there. Something's not quite right. So here it looks fine. We gotta fix that. So now we can jump higher, like this. Science, how you doing, friend? Folks, you guys know Science Streams? Science Streams, Science, the greatest science communicator of our generation. How the heck have you been, my friend? We got Tuesday streams every day, just about every day, with few exceptions, on and off. Doing it okay, Cancer. How are you doing today? I'm doing wonderfully well. We're making a game about a coffee cup here. Hey, have you heard about Balint? It's right. It's true. The great Carl Sagan once said, "Hey, have you heard about Balint?" Okay, so let's go fix in level 2 here. For some reason, my power-up dialogue is in like a really weird place. Should be here. And then my prefab in level 1, something's wrong with the animation position. I don't understand why the animation position is messed up on this scene here. Is it bean soup technically? It's something. Yeah, so this cup, I don't understand what I did wrong with our prefab. Let me go back to bean broth. Save this real quick. This is further back. Oh, I just have it in a weird spot. Let me look here at my power up. Yeah, this is the correct. The positioning is wrong. I'm just gonna live with the pain of the positioning being wrong. And because my animation is correct, my positioning is wrong, but my animation is correct. So I think it's just, I don't want to. Let's do one more override transform here. Apply, but not the actual dialogue. So if I were to come in here, you'll see that my pivot is super messed up here. And I'm not quite sure how to rectify it easily. This should be here. Okay. Does the animation still work for our player? Okay. Now let's go put our player back. I think soup implies, for a broth, for a soup implies multiple ingredients, right? So the liquid, you have to have something cooking into liquid. I'm not sure though. Coffee broth sounds interesting. If you like boiled the coffee beans rather than grinding them first and then putting it through there. It's right, Science. It's a coffee cup holding bean water indeed. All right, let's see if we can get this to not feel crazy. Okay, so we're gonna run into the room. Coffee bean marrow broth. There we go. There we go. So it's just like not positioned right. All right, we'll add in a different color for our coffee texture as well. So we could potentially have a different colored pot, right? So this is our Bolt Brew. so you can see, you know, the different things there. We could also potentially add in like a little label on it, but I'm not going to deal with that for now. I'm over here. Look at me solving problems. Look at me go. We do have to get we have to end the stream, unfortunately. I got to take care of my dogs. And then I got to make some videos for this, but we have a little game here. We have 3 levels. We have 3 levels. I'll do a web build, we'll upload it. Somehow this does remember. It's weird that it remembers that. I don't think that should be the default. All right, beans acquired. We're gonna find someone to raid into. If anyone's doing Learn You a Game Jam, we'll probably raid into them. Okay. Oh, I need to fix the colors on this level. We'll fix the colors real quick. I'm gonna do a web build to test to make sure it runs okay in the web. So now I move twice as fast. Ooh, controls. So now we can jump up there. JD Dubs Dub is doing a grind too. We might go over to JD. Not a bad idea. Give him a little raid. All right. Quest for the golden beans continues. Here we go. And then we can just make some levels here that are, you know, add a little bit of challenge to them, but a couple more levels and we should be good to go. Okay. All right, so different copies. Oh, it did change the different color of my copy there. Okay, so it works. Let's go fix the colors in level 2, or in level, what is now level 1. Here, and then we're gonna wrap up. Then we're gonna wrap up here. All right, so we got gray. Gray. I have these wrong. I want gray, 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 gray. Let's make sure that looks okay. There's some weirdness about this that really drives me crazy with how the texturing is happening over there. All right, that looks good. Apparently we can like phase through our wall accidentally sometimes, and I don't quite understand that. There we go, hit a button. Want to add in some stuff in there. Thank you for the hat, Lance. We made it. We made it far enough. Thank you for the hat. Then we can go back and get it. All right. Jump up there like that. Perfect. Okay. All right, I feel pretty good about this. We're gonna do a web build. I'm gonna push this out. Build. It's gonna take a little bit of time to build. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We're gonna find someone to raid into. Let's see who we got here. JD. We're gonna raid Fox Hollow, I think, because Fox Hollow is working on promoting his game jam. Actually, he's been doing. Fox Hollow did Learn You a Game Jam. Fox Hollow is also hosting another game jam, so we're gonna raid into Fox Hollow, so he can tell us all about his game jam. Because he's been such a huge supporter of me and what I've been doing. I want to make sure to support him, so we're gonna come over here because we're gonna do Fox Hollow Jam 2. Okay, I normally don't do raid calls, so this is the jam that he's doing here. We're gonna raid over to Fox Hollow Games. We're gonna say happy Monday. So we're gonna happy Monday. Tell us about Fox Hollow Jam. All right, This is what we're gonna do. This is the raid call. I normally don't do raid calls, but please copy and paste it. We're gonna make Fox Hollow feel awesome. Copy, paste it there. Let me get the raid started. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, so Fox Hollow's been doing Learn You a Game Jam. He's been so good at helping promote Learn You a Game Jam. We're gonna promote him. He's been awesome with all kinds of stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Totally Dead Entertainment, what a cool name. Totally Dead Entertainment, I gotta thank you greatly. Totally Dead Entertainment, you're so great. We are raiding to Fox Hollow. We're gonna check out Fox Hollow's jam. Be sure to copy and paste. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. No, I won't be. Tomorrow I'm traveling. Wednesday, Thursday I'm gone. We'll be back on Friday. Ad break. We're gonna wait for this ad break and then we're gonna raid in, folks. Or it's gonna raid us in just a moment. Timing, yeah. What? So I think this might be a 3-minute ad break. I'm not sure how long Joe's ad breaks are, but we're gonna go check out Fox Hollow Games, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. We'll be back on Friday. I'll be hanging out on the Discord. Join the Discord. If you want to come by, I'll be live on the Discord in a little bit. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.